What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have liked and sub, and let's get into this. So, with the first season of X-Men 97 done, and by and large, everyone's viewing it as a positive. I liked it myself, even if I'm not a fan of let's just turn every bromance into a straight up actual romance, the whole morph gay for Wolverine thing. Whatever. The DEI tax must be paid, and it was paid in that regard. But other than that, show was really good. Far better than any of us thought. And of course, a lot of that had to do with the now fired Beau DeMayo. We knew he did season one, heard he had did season two, or at least a lot of it. And then obviously he was in talks to do season three when he was ignominiously fired for, if we're believing it still, having a non-nude OnlyFans. But that also means since he's gone, they need a new showrunner, and they're getting one. But to start, they have to close out their already current going. What if you're still watching that, they're on season 3 and they're ending that one as they first, this is from comicbookmovie.com, as first reported on Tornado and comicbook.com, caught up with the executive producer and Marvel Studios head of TV streaming and animation, Brad Winderbaum, and learned that season 3 of What If will be its last. What If season 3 is that might be the last one that comes out next in terms of animation. This is the culmination of a trilogy. We're actually close to completing that one, and it feels really feels like you've gone through the amazing emotional experience with Uatu. What's great about The Watcher is that he presents himself as uncaring and cold and is just an observer, but he cares cares more than everybody and anybody. Winterbaum added that is on full display in season 3. And while they were talking to him, and shout out, go off into the sunset, I wasn't a fan of any of the seasons of What If. Like I said, it was a fan of 97, and in the separate conversation, but still with Entertainment Weekly, Winterbaum was asked about plans for X-Men 97. While work on season 2 is almost complete, it's taking place without any sort of input from fired head writer Beau DeMayo, who, of course, has been hailed on social media as the mastermind behind the first batch of episodes. Hashtag Rehire Beau DeMayo, probably going to be getting started pretty soon here. The executives team said, we have a new head writer for season 3, and was quick to add, we are honoring Beau's ideas for the second season. Winterbaum also went on to call director Jake Castorina an amazing architect in his own right. So much of the visual storytelling of the show comes from him and our amazing directing team. So it does feel like there's a consistent voice. The mantra is the same. The goal is the same. And the source material is the same. As long as that's our guiding principle, that we're honoring the comics and the original show, that's the core to the creative pursuit. Now, I agree with that. If you are honoring the source material, and if your guiding principle is that you're honoring the comics and the original show, then you're right. That is a great goal. As of now, there's no word yet on who will take over for DeMayo, who recently commented on that, and I'll get to that in a second. And of course, X-Men 97 has been going on all fronts. In the closing moments of the drama-filled finale, probably spoilers here, the team managed to defeat Bastion and prevent Asteroid M from destroying the planet, but the heroes somehow ended up being transported through time in the process. I won't go over the rest of that, just in case you actually want to watch it. But however, in the post-credit scene that really got fans talking, okay, this is probably where it should be spoilers. In Genosa, in the present-day timeline, we see Apocalypse standing by Gambit's grave, holding one of his signature playing cards. So much pain, my children, says the villain. So much death. And then, of course, in the comics, even I, at least on a Marvel side, normie, I know that Gambit does become one of the 4 horsemen of Apocalypse. So it's probably going to be the plan in season 2, which they sort of hint at. What's fun in the animated series is always done in own and Jesus Christ. What's fun is the animated series has always done its own adaptations, so you don't know what you're going to get, adds director Chase Connolly, but our writers definitely put it there to make people think. Every single word in the series is very intentional and combed over 4 times. It was part of Beau's pitch to bring Apocalypse in at a certain point, says Marvel's head of television, Brad Winterbaum, of the powerful baddie. But season 1 was always going to be Magneto and Sinister, with Bastion being the surprise villain in the second half. Apocalypse was never really on the table for season 1, but he was always top of mind as we thought about the future. The show has already been picked up for a second season, but a third is also highly likely. And like I said, Beau DeMayo was in the midst of talking about a third season before he was fired. Feels like a lot of pressure on all of us at the studio as we're cutting season 2 and we're figuring out our plans in the future. Says Winterbomb, it is exciting and has taught us a lot of great lessons for the future. It definitely has kickstarted season 3 in a massive way. We will have a new head writer, but we are honoring Beau's ideas for the second season. So much of the and that's where he said the same thing I had said to you earlier. So here's what Beau said. Last we heard from Beau. Thank you. I did write a lot of season 2. However, unlike season 1, I will not be heavily involved or leading production, cast records, designs, editorial, post, music. In other words, that's a way of him saying that I'm glad you liked it. And the basic thing he did was write it. There was probably a lot of shit he did afterward that made it that good that he won't be doing this time. So basically saying don't have a lot of hope for that second season. This is why I've said I can't really speak to season 2, but looking forward to seeing the final product with you all whenever it airs. I have high hopes. Yeah, man. I'm not a fan of his choices with Morph either, but by and large, the rest of what he did, really good. And you should probably hashtag Rehire Beau DeMayo. Either way, let me know what you think of this. Did you watch this? Did you check out? It got really low ratings, leading to a lot of articles that we covered calling it a flop. And that's just because it seems like the majority of people, and certainly the people in my chat, they all pirated it. They all sailed those the high seas with Jack Sparrow to watch it. So that's why the actual evidence of ratings is not there on Disney Plus. Let me know if you watch this either through legal or non-legal means. Either way, make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're gonna do that, thank you. And
well, bye.